Hi guys, so some of you might not be interested in this, but for those out there that are interested in starting a YouTube channel, not that I have the best one out there, I'm new myself, but I wanted to share what I've noticed and what works and what equipment I'm using right now that's been helping me. And so I actually filmed this with my old camera. It's a Canon. I'll put the exact one in the description bar, but it's an old Canon, and you can tell by the quality that what I use now is a little bit better and sharper. Too sharp, it shows every blemish on my skin. Yeah, so I noticed when we went to Amelia Island that all our footage was shaky because the camera was so heavy and the video stabilization on it was not the best. So I started thinking, okay, I need to get a camera that is built for people walking around and being active, and I didn't want to necessarily get a GoPro. So I started watching a bunch of YouTube review videos and did a lot of Googling, made sure to watch comparison videos. And the consensus was that the Canon PowerShot G7X was the way to go. So that's what I did. I mean, this is quite an expensive investment, so I had to think about it real hard, but that's the way I went. And so I got this camera, I believe in January, like right after that trip, and it pretty much came with what you saw earlier, the battery, the charger, a strap. The battery actually died maybe like a few days after, like my first time using it, it died really quickly. I think we were out at dinner when we did the Chima Brazilian Steakhouse Restaurant Week dinner, and the camera just died mid-sentence. So I actually contacted the company like, guys, this battery is rubbish. And they said they sent me a new one, but I never got it. However, my battery kept working. I charged it for longer and it snapped back into life, so it's actually good to go. But in the meantime, I had ordered a new battery, so now I have two, which is just great for, you know, backup battery while we're out in case I can't get to an electricity port to charge. I can just switch out batteries and keep going. One thing that took some getting used to was how to hold the camera, because the microphone holes are on top and you can muffle your voice, so it's best to use like a stand or a holder. And that's just where the battery goes. You just push it in and it locks in place. That's the power button, and it's just giving me a chance to put in my details, you know, the date, time, and things like that. So another thing I love about this camera is that it is touchscreen. I obviously did not know when I was setting it up. If not, I would have been tapping all over that screen. But here I'm just trying to check it out to see if it's worth all the hype, to see how good the screen quality is and resolution. And so far, I think I was impressed. First impression was good. So here the camera was prompting me to give it a nickname, and Brandon just yelled out, "Big Booty Judy!" We didn't keep that name, but that's what I was attempting to set it to. My favorite part of this camera, that I can either plug it in if I want with my old Canon cord, plug it into the computer and download what I need, or I can send everything just using Wi-Fi, which is amazing for Instagram. I love how this big old box was filled with nothing but this little card. They just wasted that box, I feel like. So I usually have a 64 gig memory card in my Canon, which I was filming with. I wanted to get a bigger one because I've had incidents where I'll be recording and I'll do all the work only to find out it stopped recording because I ran out of memory. And I have this terrible habit of not wanting to delete original clips from the camera because I keep thinking I'll need it for another video or I'll need it to save somewhere else. And so I just pile on a bunch of stuff on my memory cards. So it's always good to have a backup, I guess, just in case it's something urgent and you're out and about and you just need to switch memory cards and switch batteries and keep on moving. So this was a 128 gigabyte memory card I got. My phone's 128 gigabytes as well, so it's kind of like go big or go home to me. I feel like this is not even enough. I need more space because just this week I ran out of space while we were out vlogging the eclipse. So I had to start going through and deleting pictures of Joffrey. And so I just put the memory card into the camera. get this big old box. I was expecting such a huge package, and that was all that was in there. One little bag. So this is the newer, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's the newer ring light. And I have some lighting already that I used to use for filming. I still do sometimes. However, I noticed that no matter how well I place them, they always cast shadows onto the wall behind me. 2 or 3 shadows sometimes. And I needed a solution, and from what I saw on YouTube, it seemed like the ring light was the way to go, because you could put the camera right in between the rays, like right either behind or in front, and it would kind of light you up without casting a shadow at an angle. Because, you know, the other lights I have, you have to put them on your right or on your left, and they cast shadows. So this was just a fabric, like a cloth to cover the ring light. I read somewhere, I think I watched a video saying that it was best to have this on because it would kind of, I don't know if the word is diffuse, but it would keep the light from being super harsh and concentrated. It would kind of spread out the light more, make it more of a natural way. I've never filmed without this cloth on because I just left it on it. But maybe I'll try and see what the difference is. But I left it this way the whole time. So anytime I film, I just pick it up and put it on a stand. So that's it. Thanks for watching the many unboxings I just did all at once. I really hope this video was useful to somebody who's trying to start a YouTube channel. Enjoy the journey. And I'm still learning. I learn all the time. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Bye.